Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the council meeting of September 9th, 2022. The meeting is being broadcast by HPA-TV from Comcast and channel 6032 and channel 32 at Frontier. Mr. Town Clerk.
Yes, thank you, Council President. Councilwoman Biladu?
Here.
Councilman Clark?
Here.
Councilman Gale? Councilman Hernandez?
Here.
Councilman Mictum? Here. Councilwoman Rosado?
Present.
Councilwoman Rossetti?
Here.
Councilwoman Surgeon?
Here.
And Councilman Thomas. You have a quorum, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Town Clerk. Shall we rise and order. Did I say that, Mr. Town Clerk? You're supposed to keep me, you had a quorum? Okay. Mr. Assistant Majority Leader, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the August 12th, 2024 council meeting and special council meeting of August 26th, 2024.
Second.
Motion's been made to accept the minutes for the August 12th, 2024, and the special council meeting from August 26, 24 has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing or seeing no discussion, Mr. Town Clerk, please call the roll.
On the approval of the minutes, Councilwoman Biladu?
Yes.
Councilman Clark?
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez?
Yes.
Councilman Mictum? Yes. Councilwoman Rosado?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Surgeon.
Yes.
Pass.
I'm going to do this now. To the council member, I'm going to ask for a point of privilege. If you guys, since we have meeting is, so can I get a point of privilege? Okay, everyone. So let's go down to the well. Hello? Great. The council wanted us to do a point of privilege. A lot of times we have so many of our staff in the city of Hartford who does a fabulous job, who makes the city better, and we don't really thank them publicly all the time. So this was an opportunity that the council wanted was to take this opportunity to thank the Department of Children, Family, and so they were awarded one of the 4 cities in the state of the United States was awarded for the best run early childhood education in the entire United States. So it's a privilege for me to ask the staff of the Department of Children and Family, if you will come up, especially Ms. Shailene. Come on, guys. Let me get in the middle here. Come on, we want all the staff because you couldn't do this by yourself. This is for all you all. So I'm going to read the citation, and this is for all the from all the council members. Oh, who's this little one? My grandson. All right. So the citation reads, on this day, September 5th, 2024, the Hartford Court of Common Council would like to congratulate the Assistant Director of Early Learning for the Department of Family, Children, and Youth, Shailene Lopez, for her tireless effort and dedication to advancing educational outcome for youth in our city. Thanks to the steadfast effort of the Assistant Director Lopez and the Department of Family, Children and Youth, the National League of Cities named the city of Hartford as a champion city for early childhood education. This is awesome. Out of all the cities in the United States. Through participation in the National League of Cities, cities supporting the Early Childhood Workforce Initiative, and decades in the making, Hartford has demonstrated its commitment to early childhood education by nurturing the early childhood workforce, partnering with local development boards, and leveraging data to inform and support policies, programs, strategies that empower children, family, and the community. Hartford is leading the way in early education. Through an emphasis on community engagement, Hartford continues to foster dialogue between the city officials and/or residents by bringing together a diverse cohort of partnership to shape policies and create solutions that benefits children and families in our city. In addition, Hartford has recognized for allocating general funds dollars to support early childhood education and publicly championed the need to support the child care workforce and children across our city. Hereby, Hartford Court of Common Council celebrate Assistant Director Lopez and the Department of Family, Children, and Youth for their vision and establishing a framework for decades to come, which emphasize the importance of municipalities and their role in supporting and fostering positive, innovative ways to promote early childhood development and education. We thank you. Thank you, staff. You know, we don't do this enough in our city. So thank you for all your hard work, every one of you all. The nights, the long days, the weekends, you know, so thank you all. We do appreciate it. And so thank you for your cooperation, and thank you so very much for everything you do for the children in the city of Hartford.
Thank you so much, guys.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, Mr. Assistant Majority Leader, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening to everyone again. I would like to make the motion that we place the following items on our consent calendar, beginning with item 3.2, Mayor Arulampalam with accompanying resolution authorizing the City of Hartford's Department of Health and Human Services to receive funding and execute contracts and contract amendments for Capital Region Council of Governments, known as CROG. Item 3.3, Mayor Arulampalam with accompanying resolution to accept a grant of $2,880 for the 2024-2025 Taiji Quan Moving for Better Balance program. Item 3.4, Mayor Arulampalam with accompanying resolution to accept a grant of $200,000 from the Department of Public Health, CTDPH, for the creation of Community Violence Prevention Ecosystem Guide. Item 3.6, Mayor Arulampalam with accompanying resolution confirming the reappointment of members of the City of Hartford Golf Course Oversight Commission. Item 3.7, Mayor Arulampalam with accompanying resolution confirming the reappointment of members of the City of Hartford Zoning Board of Appeals. Item 4.2, Public Works, Parks, Recreation, and Environment Committee with accompanying resolution authorizing the City of Hartford to accept a grant of $160,000 from the Department of Energy Environmental Protection Deep Recreational Trails Grant Program. Item 4.3, Public Works, Parks, Recreation, and Environment Committee with accompanying resolution confirming the appointment of Rory Granfield to the Golf Course Oversight Commission. Item 4.4, Public Works, Parks, Recreation, and Environment Committee with accompanying resolution confirming the appointment of Tim Sullivan to the Golf Course Oversight Commission. Item, there's no 4.5,
It's supposed to be,
and there's no 4.6.
no, I'm not on this thing.
That's all,
That's
okay.
the old one.
All right.
You got a new one? Hold on a second.
Thank you. Bear with me.
4.5,
All right.
yeah.
Item 4.5, Health and Human Services Committee with a new. Okay. 1 second. Okay, thank you very much. Item 4.5, Health and Human Services Committee with the company resolution appointment of Deborah Baxter to the LGBTQ+ Commission. Item 4.6, Health and Human Services Committee with the company resolution celebrating October as Menopause Awareness Month. Item 5.2, a resolution by Councilwoman Rosado, Councilman Gale, Councilwoman Bilodeau, Councilman Thomas, Councilman Hernandez, Councilman Mitchum, resolution to introduce and support a pedal pup service by a local franchise owner in Hartford, Connecticut. Item 6.1, Council President Surgeon, Majority Leader Rossetti, Assistant Majority Leader Clark, Councilwoman Bilodeau, Councilman Hernandez, resolution to raise a pride flag during Hartford Pride Week. Item 6.2, Councilman Hernandez, Councilwoman Bilodeau, Council President Surgeon, Majority Leader Rossetti, Assistant Majority Leader Clark, Councilwoman Rosado, a resolution authorizing the raising of the Nicaraguan flag at City Hall, and we are here with the presence of the Central American United individuals that are supporting the Nicaraguan community. So we thank them for being here, and that concludes our consent items.
Second.
An item been made and properly second to place in the consent calendar item 3.2, item 3.3, item 3.4, item 3.6, item 3.7, item 4.2, item 4.3, item 4.4, item 4.5, item 4.6, item 5.2, item 6.1, and item 6.2. Motion's been made and properly second for the consent calendar. Is there any discussion? Seeing or hearing no discussion, Mr. Town Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Council President. For the record, I would like to acknowledge Councilman Thomas, who has just joined us virtually.
Oh, okay.
On the consent calendar, Councilwoman Bilodeau,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes, sorry.
Council President Surgeon,
Yes.
and Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
Pass.
Thank you, Mr. Town Clerk. Assistant Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I'd like to make the motion that we receive the following items. Item 3.13, Operations Management, Budget, and Government Accountability. Communication concerning postponing of the following resolution of the Hartford Court of Common Council for reviewing and amending handicap parking policies and meter charges in collaboration with the Hartford Parking Authority and Disability Rights Organization. Item 3.14, Operations Management, Budget, and Government Accountability Committee. Communication concerning postponement of amendment of Chapter 2, Article 1, Section 2-13, subsection F, which is a flag raising ordinance. Item 3.15.
It's got to be the old one. Do you have a 3.15?
I'll just keep it.
Just keep, there you
Thank
go.
you.
Thank you.
No, this one doesn't have 3.15 and 3.16. 317 and 318. Okay.
This doesn't have 315, 16, or 17?
No.
I'm sorry, hold on a second. 15, 16, or 17? Then we'll just take off 3, 16, 15, and 16. How about 17?
No, 17 is not on the.
Take that off, or about 18?
All right.
Then
Sorry, so just, and then 14.
eliminate those and just
Right.
leave 6.2.
That concludes the received items.
What about 6.2? Oh, okay, so just take that, oh, okay. So there's only 2 items for the received calendar. Item 3,
Second.
okay, let me just, so we're good. Okay. All right. Just 2 items, okay. So a motion is made and properly second to receive 2 items. Why would it be received? Okay, so as we're getting our items correct, there's 2 items that been, a motion's been made to receive 2 items. Item 3.3 and item 3.4. And those, any discussion in those 2 items? Seeing or hearing? 3.13 and 3.14. Okay, seeing those 2 items are the only items we are receiving, and the motion's been made and properly second. Mr. Town Clerk, please call the roll.
On the referred items, 3.1, 3.14, Councilwoman Biladu,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Council President Surgeon,
Yes.
and Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
All right, pass. That was 9.
I'm sorry. Mr. Assistant Majority Leader, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I just want to make a notation which was omitted on our consent calendar. Item 3.6 is an actual substitute resolution, so just want to add that in for the record. Through you, Madam President, I would like to make the motion that we refer the following items to the mentioned committees. Item 3.1 to the Health and Human Services Committee, which is Mayor Arulampalam, with a company resolution to accept a grant of $142,000 $578 from the Connecticut Department of Transportation to create a robust car seat safety program to be affiliated with Safe Kids Connecticut. Item 3.8, to the Health and Human Services Committee, Mayor Aralampalam with a company resolution confirming the appointment of Martha Ann Kingsley to the Refugee and Immigrant Affairs Commission. Item 3.5, thank you, to the Health and Human Services Committee, Mayor Aralampalam with a company resolution confirming the appointment of Naomi Najuma to the Refugee Immigrant Affairs Commission. Item 310, to the Public Works, Parks, Recreation, and Environment Committee, Mayor Aralampalam with a company resolution confirming the appointment of,
Item 310,
that's the same one.
Naomi.
Isn't that the same one I just read? Oh, I'm sorry, thank you,
refugee.
thank you, that's what messed me up. Item 3.10, Mayor Aralampalam with a company resolution confirming the appointment of Naomi Najoma to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Commission. Item 3.9, to the Planning, Economic Development, and Housing Commission, Mayor Aralampalam with a company resolution confirming the appointment of Jack Sullivan to the Hartford Parking Authority Board. Item 3.11, to the Planning, Economic Development, and Housing Committee, which is Mayor Aralampalam with a company resolution confirming the appointment of Mayor Johnson to the Hartford Parking Authority Board. And item 6.3, resolution by Assistant Majority Leader Clark, Councilwoman Bilodeau, Councilman Hernandez, Councilman Gale, Councilman Mitchum, small business, regarding small business process, to the, again, to the.
Planning.
Did you send that to OMB?
Send it to planning.
Okay, to the Planning, Economic Development, Housing Committee. Item 3.12, to the Public Safety Committee, Mayor Aralampalam with the company resolution confirming the appointment of Gladys Rivera to the Civilian Police Review Board, and that concludes the referral items.
Second.
Okay, let me make sure I have this correct. So an item has been made and properly second to send to the Health and Human Service Committee, items 3.1, item 3.5, and item 3.8. To the Public Works, Park and Recreation Environmental Committee, items 3.10. To the Planning, Economic Development, and Housing Committee, item 3.9, 3.11, and 6.3. And to the Public Safety Committee, items 3.12. All right, so we've got those items referred. Any discussion? Seeing or hearing no discussion, Mr. Town Clerk, please call the roll.
On the referred items, Councilwoman Bilodeau,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Mitchum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado, Councilwoman
Yes.
Rossetti,
Yes.
Council President Surgeon,
Yes.
and Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
Pass.
Assistant Majority Leader, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I'd like to make the motion that we postpone the following items until September 23rd, 2024. Item 3.3, Operations Management, Budget, and Government Accountability Communication concerning postponing of the following resolution to the Hartford Court of Common Council for reviewing and amending handicapped parking policies and meter charges in collaboration with the Hartford Parking Authority and Disability Rights Organization. Item 3.14, Operations Management, Budget, and Government Accountability Committee communication concerning the postponement of amendment of Chapter 2, Article 1, Section 2-13, subsection F for the flag raising ordinance. And item 5.1, Mayor Aralampalam with accompanying ordinance establishing the Hartford Land Bank Authority.
Second.
Item has been made and properly second to postpone the following item, item 3.13, item 3.14, and item 5.1. Is there any discussion? Okay, I think we have a little discussion here. We good? All right. So motion been made and properly second. Mr. Town Clerk, please call the roll for the postponement.
On the postponement items that come back September 23rd, Councilwoman Bilodeau
So just making sure I'm clear, 3.13 and 5.1.
and 3.14.
On what 3.14?
Yeah.
As we're gonna.
We're not going back. We didn't receive it, we took only, yes, right, we did receive 3.14. Shit. Yeah, okay, so we're only gonna postpone 2 items. All right, so we're gonna redo our postponement. Mr. Assistant Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I'd like to retract the initial motion of postponing items 3.13, 3.14, and 5.1. The new motion I would like to make is the postponement until September 23rd, 2024, is item 3.13 and 5.1.
Second.
Okay, so the postponement item, and which was properly made and second for item 3.13 and item 5.1, and it was properly made and second. Any discussion? Seeing or hearing no discussion, Mr. Town Clerk, please call the roll.
On the postponed items, Councilwoman Bilodeau,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum. Yes. Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Council President Surgeon,
Yes.
and Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
1 minute.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I'd like to make the motion that we withdraw the following items, which has been agreed to by the maker of the resolution. Item 4.1, Quality of Life in Public Safety Committee, with the company resolution to establish neighborhood block watch in the city of Hartford. And item 5.3, resolution by Councilwoman Rosado on promoting awareness of tax abatement provisions for vehicle taxes under Connecticut General Statutes, Title 12, Section 12-124.
Second.
Item been made and properly second to withdraw 2 items, item 4.1 and item 5.3.
Point of order. If they're withdrawn by the maker, we're done, right? We don't need to vote.
Can't hear you, sir.
If they're withdrawn by the makers, we're done. We don't need to vote or second or
Okay.
anything.
All right, so, thank you. So, that is it. Then Mr. Sure, Assistant Majority Leader, you've got the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I'd like to make the motion that we enter into executive session. Item 7.1, Mayor Ara Lampalam, with the company resolution, requests the council to enter into executive session in order to discuss the potential resolution of the estate of Isaias Yonis versus City of Hartford in all matter.
Second.
Motion been made and properly second for us to go into executive session. Mr. Town Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Bilodeau,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum. Yes. Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Council President Surgeon,
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
Great. We're going to executive session, everyone. We'll be back in I would say a few minutes. Could be a little bit longer. Let's go into executive. Okay. Mr. Assistant Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I'd like to make the motion that we come out of executive session.
Second.
Motion been made and properly second to come out of executive session. Mr. Town Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Bilodeau,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Council President Surgeon,
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
Okay, Assistant Majority Leader, you've got the floor, sir.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I'd like to make the motion to reconsider our consent calendar item to remove from the consent agenda resolutions 4.5 and 4.6.
Second.
A motion's been made to reconsider removing 4.5 and 4.6 from our consent calendar. Are there any discussion? Go ahead, Councilman Mitchum.
Just to explain for all the thousands who watch at home with rapt attention.
Sure.
We accidentally voted on these, but they had not been put on the agenda in time. So we have to just, there's nothing wrong with them other than that. We're going to do it again next session so we can follow the rules.
Thank you, Councilman Mitchum. Mr. Town Clerk, call the roll, please.
Councilwoman Bilodeau,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Council President Surgeon,
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Town Clerk. Mr. Assistant Majority Leader, you've got the floor, sir.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I also would like to make another motion to reconsider item 4.1 and add that to the received section of our agenda.
Second.
A motion been made and properly second to add item 4.1 to our received calendar. Would you like to explain what we did, with Councilman Mitchum?
Sure.
Thank you.
We had it down as withdrawn,
Yes.
but it was also coming to us from a committee, so it should have been received no matter what happens next. So that's what we're doing.
We're correcting, receiving the item from the committee, the reports. Thank you, sir. Seeing no any more discussion, Mr. Town Clerk, please call the roll.
On the reconsideration for 4.1, Kelly Bilodeau,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Council President Surgeon,
Yes.
and Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
Pass.
Thank you, Mr. Town Clerk. Mr. Assistant, Councilwoman Rosado, you have the floor.
So I just, for the record, let me see if I can keep up here. So withdrawing item 5.3, which is a resolution on promoting awareness of tax abatement provisions for vehicle taxes. We did do a marketing plan in Spanish, an awareness plan, and that was very successful. However, there is still some confusion as to who can and cannot apply for a tax abatement. So I did have a conversation with our treasurer, who sits on, and I don't know if it's called a board or a committee, where tomorrow they will be addressing to come up with a policy so that it is transparent and clear for our residents, since this is a state statute, on how to move forward. And the other item is,
4.1.
let's see here. 4.1, which was a company resolution to establish a neighborhood block watch in the city of Hartford. And this came from a lot of concerns from residents, but Mayor Arulampulam has shifted some of our police officers, meaning has pulled police officers from various departments, and now we have more police patrols, more walk beats who are being acknowledged by various neighborhoods where they are having conversations with the officers. So Since moving into that direction, it's been a positive impact for the city of Hartford. So we're going to allow for our wonderful Hartford Police Department to continue to do their job and see how this goes. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Rosado. Let me just talk to the Corp Council for a minute. Thank you, Mr. Corporation Counsel. Okay, so Councilwoman Rosado has withdrawn item 4.1 and 5.3, and we don't need to take a vote on that. One more? Ah, yes. Oh, no, then I just go back to you, Mr. Assistant Majority Leader. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Madam President. Our last item of the night, I would like to make a motion that we take action on accepting the recommendation of the Corporation Council for item 7.1. Mayor Arolampalam with the company resolution to request the council to enter into executive session to discuss the matter of the resolution of the state of Isaias Ioannis versus City of Hartford.
Second.
A motion been made and properly second to accept the recommendation of Corporation Council to accept the settlement for item 7.1. Mr. Town Clerk?
Councilwoman Bode?
Wait a second. Councilman Mitchum would like to have a discussion in that item.
Thank you so much, Council President. Briefly, because I think it bears explanation, it is a large settlement. It is $800,000, including the insurance part. And it's just worth noting that the purpose of lawsuits in general is to encourage folks to take precautions to keep bad things from happening. This was a case where a Hartford police officer ran into someone in a parking lot and killed them. And there was apparently no discipline for this officer at all. But our competent lawyers, and I'm saying this honestly, like, they determined that this is a case that we're wiser to settle than to take to trial. In other words, a jury would likely look at this and say, he was at fault. And yet we have not done anything, or didn't at the time, to learn from this mistake. So I hope now that we are paying a big settlement, we will think about more serious regulation of our police when they make mistakes with their cars in particular. We have been, as a body, particularly allergic to holding them accountable. And in doing that, we just set ourselves up for an unending flow of settlements as folks see that we have not taken precautions and that we have not disciplined the officers who do things wrong, and therefore they reach into our city's deep pockets.
Thank you, Councilman Mitchum. Seeing or hearing no more discussion, seeing or hearing no other discussion, Mr. Town Clerk, call the roll, please.
Councilwoman Bilodeau?
Yes.
Councilman Clark?
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez?
Yes.
Councilman Mictum?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti?
Yes.
Council President Surgeon?
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
Pass.
Thank you. Seeing that we have no other items on the agenda to address, I adjourn this council meeting for tonight.
Thank you.